All right, imagine this. You walk into a room full of people. Everyone seems to be talking, laughing, connecting, and you're standing there thinking, cool. So, where do I put my hands? Your heart is racing. Your brain suddenly forgets every word in the English language. And the only thought looping in your head is, please don't make this awkward. Please don't make this awkward. If that sounds familiar, stay with me. Because today we're talking about how to talk to anyone, anytime, anywhere. Even if you're shy, nervous, introverted, or absolutely hate small talk. And no, this is not about becoming fake, loud, or turning into a confidence machine. This is about simple human conversation, the kind that actually feels natural. Let's start with a truth most people don't realize. Good talkers are not born confident. They're just less afraid of being human. That's it. Most people think confident speakers always know what to say. Wrong. They just know that silence won't kill them, and mistakes won't end their life. Now here's the biggest lie your brain tells you before a conversation. They're judging me. Let me say this gently but honestly. Most people are way too busy worrying about themselves to judge you. That person you're scared to talk to, they're thinking, do I look weird? Am I boring? Should I check my phone? Everyone is the main character in their own movie. You're just a background actor in theirs. And that's actually good news. Now let's talk about the part everyone hates. Starting the conversation. You don't need a clever line. You don't need confidence. You don't need to impress anyone. You need one thing, permission to be ordinary. Instead of overthinking, use what's already happening. Standing in a line. Wow, this line is moving slower than my motivation on Mondays. At a party? So how do you know the host? At work or college? Is it just me, or did today feel extra long? That's it. Not magical, not impressive, just human. Here's the secret. Small talk isn't useless. It's a bridge. You don't live on the bridge. You cross it. Most shy people fail not because they can't talk, but because they expect deep conversations immediately. Relax. Depth comes after comfort. Now let's talk about the fear of saying something stupid. Good news. You will say something stupid. Everyone does. Even confident people replay conversations in their head at 2 a.m. like, why did I say that? The difference? Confident people don't punish themselves for it. They move on. Conversation is not a performance. It's a shared mess. Now here's a game changer most people never use. You don't need to be interesting. You need to be interested. People love talking about themselves, their opinions, their stories, their struggles, their wins. So instead of thinking, what should I say next? Ask, how did you get into that? What made you choose that? What was that like? Then do something powerful. Shut up and actually listen. Not waiting for your turn, not planning your next line, just listening. Nod, react, smile. You'd be shocked how rare this is. Now let's address the awkward pauses. You know that moment when the conversation suddenly dies and your soul leaves your body? Here's a secret. Pauses are normal. We just treat them like emergencies. You don't have to fill every silence. Sometimes a pause makes the other person talk more. And if it feels too long, just say it. Wow, my brain just went blank. People usually laugh because it happens to everyone. Now let's talk about body language. But don't worry, this isn't complicated. You don't need perfect posture or alpha dominance nonsense. Just remember 3 things. Face the person, keep your arms open, relax your shoulders. That's it. You don't need to stare like a security camera. Blinking is allowed. Now let's talk about confidence. The real kind. Confidence is not I'm amazing. Confidence is I'll survive even if this is awkward. Once you accept that awkward moments won't destroy you, talking becomes easier. Here's something powerful. Most people remember how you made them feel, not what you said. You could forget their name, miss a joke, stumble over words. But if they felt heard, relaxed, and comfortable around you, you win. Now let's tackle a big one. Talking to strangers. This scares people more than public speaking. Here's the trick. Stop seeing strangers as important people or threats. They're just humans with insecurities and bad habits and weird thoughts. Same as you. Start small. Say, hey. Say, excuse me. Say, nice shoes. That's it. You're not proposing marriage. You're starting a sentence. Now, what about people you find intimidating? Attractive people, bosses, confident extroverts? Here's the mental shift. They are not above you. They're just better practiced. That's all. Talk to them like humans, not trophies. Now let's talk about storytelling, because this is where conversations get fun. You don't need epic stories.
Small moments work best. Instead of, yeah, my weekend was fine. Try, my weekend was great until I burned my toast and questioned my life choices. See the difference? Tiny detail, tiny humor, instant connection. Now let's talk about overthinking, the silent killer of conversation. If your brain is constantly asking, was that weird? Should I have said that? Do they like me? You're not present. You're trapped in your head. So here's a rule. Stay curious, not critical. Be curious about them, not critical of yourself. Now here's something most people never tell you. You don't need to talk to everyone. It's okay to be quiet. It's okay to observe. It's okay to leave early. Confidence also means knowing when you're done. And finally, let's talk about practice. Because yes, this is a skill. Talking gets easier the more you do it. Not because you become perfect, but because you stop being scared of imperfection. Start small. One comment, one question, one conversation. That's it. You don't need to become someone else. You just need to become more comfortable being you. Out loud. So the next time you're nervous, shy, or stuck in your head, remember this. You don't need the perfect words. You don't need confidence. You don't need to impress anyone. You just need to show up and speak like a human. Now tell me, what situation makes you the most nervous to talk to people?